better. Anyway, we won't talk about it. Are we live? We going? I honestly, because of your last comment, I hope there's 3 of you. To be honest with you, it's just an infinite echo.
Well, and then I can go. Hey! No, nothing at all.
Yeah, there weren't many people there. It was kind of crazy how no people were there. I have some news. I have news for that. Like, pretty much confirming that. Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh, I see. Stream. Stream, you're muted. What Nate basically said is that he thinks that Utah is not going to happen next year, which there's pretty much a confirmation it's not.
Well, can you guys hear
very
me now?
little people
so on the stream. Just let me know. It is weird because it's showing up right here, so I don't know why I would be muted. But we'll see if they.
That's why we gotta test things, you know. I think it's good.
It says the lines are moving.
No.
So.
All systems go.
What's going on?
Can you hear me? No. All good now.
First of all, you gotta use OBS.
Okay.
Chat, are we cooked?
Yeah, we're cooked.
Well, I mean, I just had to like reselect my mic, and that's what works, I guess, for some reason.
Here we go.
All right, we're good
Gentlemen,
now.
Use OBS. Don't use Streamlabs. It sucks.
Well,
it works great. It has all my stuff in line. Okay, let me restart this intro. I was joking about that a ton of stuff happened at Utah. Unfortunately, it was in front of probably the least amount of people that I've seen in an FD round. And it might even been lower than last year, which is a bummer. Yeah. But what I was saying was it's interesting because, and it's probably the big reason why we are not coming back to Utah again, unfortunately, because it is... Utah itself is a beautiful facility. It's a cool scenery. The track is even very challenging. I think a lot of the drivers really like the track because of the challenge, and I think it highlights some different drivers than we would normally see do well. But hence, obviously, the total flipping on the head of ProSpec. But it was there was a lot that happened that I'm not sure how many people saw. I mean, hopefully people were watching the live stream and stuff, but
it was pretty gnarly. Pretty gnarly when all happened.
Yeah.
ProSpec was a nail biter.
Dude, it was such a good show. I'm happy that I took a couple minutes to watch it at Nick's Pit while I was doing some film work, and brother, that was wild. But
yep.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, like, and I don't want to be mean to the guys, but one of the things that concerns me is, like, if you're making the jump to pro, if you can't on the last event, like, pull yourself together to make sure that you're putting runs together where you're not throwing it away, like, that's not a good sign, you know, coming if you want to make the jump. And it's like,
to an extent.
Yeah, but it's like, it's a big pressure thing, and if you can't handle the pressure, then how are you going to handle it in pro, right? So it's like...
Yeah, it's circumstantial, too. Like, I was talking to a couple different guys, like Dimitri and Cole, and they were saying, like you were saying earlier, like, for them, too, the track was different than it was even practice.
Really?
Yeah. I
yeah,
mean,
because it was wild to see so many of the top drivers just take themselves out. And it's like, I mean, I get that it's easy. Like, we saw it. I mean, even Adam did it in the final 4, okay? So, like, everyone kind of did it, but it was still, like, it was one of those things where you needed some just solid runs from the guys, and they decided to throw it away. And it's like, I mean, hopefully it's a good learning lesson, too, because, like, there... I feel like, especially in ProSpec that we were watching, like, if you were putting down solid runs, you were good. You know, that's what got a lot of these guys through. And I mean, it was just a mental game. I feel like that a lot of people didn't pass.
Yeah, I feel like that's how it is in general.
Yeah, but and it's funny is because if you think of Cody, do you think mental stability when you think of Cody Buchanan?
Yeah, he's like, he acts stupid to have mental stability. I mean, clearly his results show he's very stable because he's just consistent. He never wins. This was his first win, I'm pretty sure.
He's the goofiest goober I've ever seen.
I mean, I was talking to Jerry's fiance, who's also his spotter.
Yeah.
We all know how Jerry acts. He's a bottle of worms, which is awesome. Yeah. But it's like, I asked her, I'm like, oh, so like, he seems nervous now because he does all that stuff. And I'm like, does he get less nervous and like less in his head, as the day goes on? Because, it's past 32. And she's like, actually, no, it's the complete opposite. He gets more nervous as the day goes on. I'm like, oh, that must be fun.
Interesting.
She's like, yeah, he deals with it okay because he does, his whatever dances and tries to let loose a little bit. So
interesting. Yeah. I mean, we'll have to talk to him at some point in the off season and just see how he handles everything, because it's a good time. And I'm not sure anyone really thought it was possible for anyone other than the top 3 to really, even have a chance at winning the championship. And it was crazy because it was literally between 2 guys that weren't even in the top 3. It came down to one battle for the championship, which is wild.
Yeah,
you can't really script it much better.
Yeah, the 3 guys were tied going into it, and then, there were a lot of if this, then that happens.
Right.
And all of those if this, then that happens happened.
Right, exactly. And it was wild because, like, obviously the first 3 events, like, if you're up in the top of the standings, you obviously were consistent and did decent at each round. So, like, the fact that happened was just wild. But yeah, I mean, it was a fun thing to watch, though, as a spectator of the sport. And I mean, I know, like for example, Nick, we were watching it, we were getting all hyped up, like, dude, it was cool. And like, we're friends with everyone, right? So it's like, we want everyone to kind of do well, with the fact that it kind of came down to the final 4 battle of like who decided. And I feel a little bit bad for Corey Talaska, because it was either win it all, or get nothing.
Yeah.
Well, he got 3rd, so at least got a podium.
I think that if he wants to protest or petition into pro, they'll let him.
I have some news for that, but yes.
Yeah, I've heard about that too.
Yeah. I've heard about that too. But what's the news? We'll wait for it. We'll let it simmer.
Yeah, we'll let him tell the news.
In other news, some bombshells during ProSpec. Amanda Sorensen's doing a full season of Drift Masters next year.
Yeah, so that was also spilled. I thought
that was just said during an interview. She just slipped it in.
I know.
Okay.
I was like, is that where you
like,
want to release that? Okay.
Did you mean to say that?
Or is it that what was she doing, that Spain series too? Could be that too.
I don't think so. I think if she's going over to Europe, it would be to drive Drift Masters. She's already driving 2 of the rounds this year.
Is it like, I didn't hear the interview? I'm just hearing like it's just like telephone.
She didn't specifically say
Did she say
Drift
next
Masters,
year?
but she said yes. Next year she's gonna do a full season.
A
in
full
Europe.
season overseas is what she said. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I don't know what else she would do.
Yeah, no, it'd be Drift Masters, and
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bummed because I'm bummed that it's
Why
not
is that?
Brandon that's doing it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
Brandon is a guy I would love to see over there. And we'll talk. Is Poland this weekend, right?
No, next weekend.
No, so 2 weeks from now. Okay.
Not this weekend, but next weekend.
Machine.
That's right. Yeah.
You know
Because I'm super excited for Poland just to see how Matt Field does. And
35th.
Obviously Adam is going too, but I think it'll be really cool to see some Americans go over there and try to play in Europe and see how that goes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I think Brandon would also be a great candidate to go over there because he's a really good driver as well. To have some fun over there. But we will talk about that all in a future episode.
Week.
Yeah, next week. But there's a lot to get to in Utah. Brandon, if you can kind of keep track of chat and see what kind of battles people want to talk about.
What do we want to talk about?
Well,
I mean, she's dating Connor Shanahan, and he's there for Drift Masters.
No.
Drama alert. She's not. Get fucked. Anyway, Amanda's running Russian Drift Series in the Adidas Spec E46. Brother.
That'd be wild. No, but I mean, like, for battles, what battles do you want to kind of go over and calls and stuff like that?
Let's see here. But really, I'm looking. Doesn't seem like
let's hit ProSpec first, and then we'll get to Pro. As we get more people jumping into the show. Already got 50 people in here. Good to see you all. If you guys want, be sure to like the stream, and we're gonna go and switch over to the screen so we can kind of go over. Like, we have all of the streams up, so I'm gonna make sure you guys can see this as well. But let's go over ProSpec standings. Just a quick look. You got Cody Buchanan up top at 130 points. Huge congrats to him.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought a guy in a 350Z on the ugliest three spokes I've ever seen?
It is possibly, no offense, Cody, love you, buddy, but that is possibly the ugliest car in all of Formula Drift. I just don't like it. I'll be honest. Do not like that car, how it looks. It's not my cup of tea.
It doesn't help that it's a 350Z either.
It doesn't help that it looks like a computer mouse either. Yeah.
Like, so, but the cool part is he made a 350Z work.
Yeah.
Which is extremely impressive in my opinion for him. And I don't know speed-wise how he was relative to like everyone else, but he had no problem sticking with anyone.
Yeah.
And
I mean, wise fab front and rear, fuel suspension, so he's got some things that work.
Right.
So that's good.
Yeah. But I mean,
yeah, V8, supercharged V8.
Goofy personality, and he's consistent. And I don't even know if you would consider like the winner of ProSpec being the best driver. I just think it's the most consistent driver, and I think it's been like that for many years. It's not the most aggressive. It's not the fastest. It's always been the most just consistent. And I think
that was our golden rule back when I was doing ProSpec was, you know, either lead, don't screw up, don't get left in the chase. That's it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like we got second. We should have won, but we got where we got in ProSpec because of leads.
Right. Exactly. And I think Cody showed a great display of that, and just the mental fortitude of not, biting off more than he could chew. Second place, you got Nate Chen. Gets lucky because he placed higher than Dimitri the previous round, so he gets the tiebreaker over Dimitri.
Yep.
Again, a guy that I'm expecting to move up. I think he has the budget. I think he has the people behind him to go run a pro series.
I don't know. I heard some news from that camp as well.
Oh, really?
Yes. that I don't know if I should. Let's look at his LinkedIn. It has to do with his job. Let's see if I can expose this or not on the LinkedIn. Let's see here.
Little journalism going on here.
Chen.
Live journalism.
Where's Nathaniel Chen? I spelled Nathaniel. No, I didn't.
Man, I
Nathaniel Chen drifting LinkedIn. Let's see if it's updated on the LinkedIn. Okay, I found the LinkedIn finally.
Oh my gosh, we're all waiting.
Let's see here.
Oh, is he gonna find it?
Let's see. Okay, I don't know. I'll just say it, I guess. But when I heard, he was laid off, so he doesn't have a job currently. He's trying to create his own private equity company. Yeah, so. I mean, that has a lot, like private equity. If you guys don't know private equity, it's, put it very simply, you take a lot of money, you buy companies or leverage companies with your money in order to make more money by selling that company in the near future, as in like 3 to 5 years or longer, depending on what your strategy is. But it takes money to make money in that industry. And so who knows at that point, you know?
So that's a tough scenario. But
yeah.
I guess he's always kind of put it out there that it looked like he had an easy way to get there, but maybe not. So I'm sure a lot of that's going to rely on sponsors too and whatnot. And I mean, I don't know, the guys that moved up from ProSpec this year, I know didn't get a ton of help in terms of monetary value, just because I don't think companies seem to be pretty quiet this
there's one that seems to be getting a lot of help, but
well, okay, you're right.
No.
Yeah, the Army is a little bit different than
the Army's a big guy,
a little different,
and is the government.
It's a little different than the rest of the economy,
which I think is good. I think he's smart. I think more people should approach non-automotive companies, because that's the smart thing to do.
Exactly.
In my opinion. Yeah. Okay.
So hopefully my goal is to get more cars into pro. It's okay if they just come to pro and get spanked. Like it's gonna happen. I mean, honestly, I think the guys that moved up this year are holding their own just fine. So I don't.
Yep.
But it would be interesting to see how many people come up. Oh, look who's in the chat. Yeah,
Corey Alaska.
Yeah, how's the car doing there, bud? It sounds like everything broke for what you were saying. Jeez. But yeah, no. And then you got Dimitri taking up third place. He needs to leave ProSpec. Let's be honest here.
Get out.
I get.
Anyone got the soundboard? Anyone got that?
He's told me why he does it. I understand why. I still don't agree. Let your son get in like everyone else by winning his license. I don't think that really works. If you holding a license for someone else that doesn't have a license, this just doesn't work. Like
it doesn't make any sense, because there'll always be licenses for it. It makes no sense. Like there will always be a set number of ProSpec licenses given through either petition or licensing. So just go earn it. I don't know. I always was confused by the holding thing.
Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense.
Listen, buddy, save yourself a way huge headache and just drive pro, please.
Please. Dude, he laid down some heaters in pro practice, dude. He laid down a heater lead and chase against Osbo. He was dooring the literal piss out of Osbo. It was awesome.
Nick showed that wasn't that hard.
Whoa, that is very difficult. But Nick did very good. Yes.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah. Corey says trans and drive shaft are gone. Well, that's expensive. That sounds expensive.
Depending on where you go, drive shaft isn't too bad, but yeah, depending on what's gone in the trans, that can be up there.
Yeah. Yeah, Corey, I did watch the little after show they did with the 3 winners, and Corey was telling everything that was going wrong with the car. Like, he didn't have a handbrake against Cody in his top 4 battle, and he said the vibrations were insane. He thought the car was just going to fall apart. I don't remember exactly what. It might have been a U-joint in the drive shaft, or something was gone, basically.
That'll do it.
Yeah. So
that would do it. Yeah.
Yeah, that I mean, with no handbrake, I thought he did pretty good. But that leads us into actually Corey Tulaski getting 4th overall. And yeah, I mean, we're going to have Corey on here in a little bit, probably in a couple weeks from now, if not even next week, but I can't imagine the pressure, because Cody goes into this top 4 battle, right? And he's like, oh, it doesn't really matter. I got my license, even if I win or lose this. Corey, it's like you win everything or you win nothing. And it was like, it must have been super nervous. And then the car didn't work, and it was like, I thought he represented well. But is it not the best looking car in FD?
E36 best car.
E36 best car. I'm on that train all day, every day these days.
I mean,
look great, drive
less
great.
and less people disagree with that statement.
Yeah, I think it looks great. I love Corey's car. I love like the I guess the essence of it, like all the checker stuff and the red. Love red on white. It's very classy, very nice.
I mean, also, what other ProSpec cars do you know that are tucking front tire?
Right?
True.
It's the thing is, it's front tire that it's tucking. And it's not like Austin Mata where like the fender just gets dissolved from the rear tire. Brother, come on. But yeah, no, I think I'm a personal fan of his car because it looks a little bit like mine. So just personal bias on that one. But he looks like he might need to just reinforce a couple things, because he was a guy I talked to actually beforehand. Actually, I talked to his suspension guy, and they were telling me how they're actually going to like super grip the car up for Utah to see if he can handle it, and it sounds like he could. But it sounds like the car couldn't handle it.
Drive shaft said,
yeah.
Nah, mate.
If you guys didn't see, he did just make he made a drive shaft look like a Tootsie Roll on day 1 of practice. So apparently it destroyed like the whole tunnel and the exhaust and everything. But yeah, no, might be some things that needs to upgrade on that car to make it to that next level, which I'll let him tell you guys what Ryan Sage told him, and I will let you do with that information as you will. Then we probably move on to the biggest loser of the weekend, and that's probably Cole Richards.
Yep, I agree.
Kind of, I'm bummed for him because he was the guy that I thought, out of all 3, I thought was going to be like stable and do, you know, the lead run that I thought you needed to do. But when I first saw his car driving, I noticed the thing looked like they had raised the car and gone full soft on everything. Like the body roll was insane coming from him. And I was just like, I mean, I know they added as well nitrous to the car, which is understandable, but like it was a lot of changes to the car than I thought. I was a bit surprised by.
Yeah, I was talking to him, and during practice he was having issues with some plug wires and some other little gremlins when the nitrous not working in I think the first 2 practice sessions he had.
Yeah. And
then they finally got it working, and then the track conditions just changed that much, and you know.
Exactly. So it was a tough one to see. I didn't get to really see him after the competition or anything, so I can't imagine his emotions were too high after that one. But he's a guy that if he comes back to ProSpec next year, I assume would be a front runner for a championship. A guy that you would.
He's got to be.
Yeah, a guy that.
Well, he needs to. He's got his other car. He's been slowly getting together,
exactly.
And there's been delays on that, and he was supposed to run that this year, and instead he stayed in his old car. And I know that his black car is not 100%.
Exactly. So
there's lots of things that flex that shouldn't. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah. No, I think next season he's going to be probably the guy to beat, along with the guy right underneath him, good old Jerry Johnson, dude. Taking
Jerry
rookie
J,
of the year.
dude.
I mean, what more can you say about this guy? He's got the media like down to a T, or the way that he acts and stuff. He's got his persona. He's got the car, which, by the way, I'm personally not a big fan of the car if you go and look at it, because it's like, it's black, and then he added a bunch of cats to it. So like,
but flames,
it's not my thing. In the flames.
Flames.
What's not my kind of car. But I think people love it. I think he's for a certain demographic, and I think they're gonna love the car. And
he's certainly struggling a little bit in Utah while I was watching.
Which is surprising because this is where he's from, right?
The home track. Yeah, I had him winning the whole event, but I guess he got too much dip on his chip, dude. Too much grip in the car, and it just a lot of handbrake everywhere. It was just not great to watch and look at for sure.
It's interesting. But yeah, I mean, like he does well enough. He hangs on to Rookie of the Year. I think he deserved it too. Like he was the guy that I felt of the rookies was the most consistent. As you can see, Colin actually came in right behind him with that win, and we'll talk about him. Probably the other guy that I would say was the most consistent Rookie of the Year.
I don't know about that one.
I would say he was consistent. Him and Jerry were consistent. I would say Colette and Cameron had more exciting battles.
I think Colette, in my book, Colette's more consistent than Colin. I mean, Colin jumped up 40 points this round.
Right.
It's like he went from like mid-teens to 7th.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure. I'm trying to remember the events he lost in. I think
St.
one
Louis
was a
big one.
But then, what I have seen him drive, it's been solid. And the thing with Colette, I'm trying to remember, how did she get knocked out? She went off course, I believe, right?
I don't remember.
But her lead runs were very good. That I did see. And, you know, with Colin obviously winning the event, getting those 40 points, he moves up in the second for the rookie class. But I'm curious, if you had a pick for next year between Jerry, Colin, Colette, and Cameron, who would you pick to be the highest place next year?
Jerry.
I'm gonna be a wild card here, and I'm gonna pick Cameron. Because I think
I'll be even more wild card. I'm gonna say Colette.
Interesting, because like, I think Cameron showed the highest potential throughout the year of the four, in terms of, I don't know, like if you saw the battle with Cole, actually, like how close he was to Cole without hitting him, I thought was really impressive. I mean, the fact that the camera pans over Cole's car so you can't see if Cameron hits him or not is kind of silly too. But like, I thought Cameron had some real highlights, and then he just made some silly mistakes. I'm feeling he's going to be driving a ton this winter, and a ton before next season starts. I think he's going to be even better.
Yeah, I think he
needs. I think he needs another year before he really starts to excel in ProSpec. I think it's going to be another year next. I don't know why I'm making this prediction, but that's what I think.
Interesting.
I guess just he was way inconsistent this year, and he already drives a bunch, but he's still way inconsistent. As they say, you practice how you play. And if you don't practice, like every run you do is a battle, then when it comes battle, you're gonna have those silly little mistakes,
I think Cameron is also up there on seat time at Utah with the amount of testing that those three get there.
I know he won a couple weeks ago at the little Drift Buffet Pro-Am ProSpec thing. So
I am curious to see because you do see after rookie season, a lot of these guys will put their car together. A guy, I'm trying to see where he is. I don't know. Guy that I thought was improved, maybe the points don't show it, was Adam Heischman this year. I thought he had major improvement this year with the Mustang.
Yep.
I thought, one of those guys that, if he puts it together, I feel like he had some real highlights. Josh Stewart, another guy, massive improvement this year. In his second year, I thought he was pretty consistent. One of the more consistent drivers, honestly, in his Corvette. And then
Trevor Root too, getting fourth.
Yeah, T Root.
Yeah,
Trevor Tree.
And the thing is, we've seen Trevor for a couple years now, and he's always been, I feel like, that consistent driver. So for him, I think it's pushing the envelope now for him.
Yeah,
because he's been here a couple years now. He can show he can drive. Now I think it's time for him to start pushing the envelope. Like,
it's just
you need to start bullying some kids now.
Yeah, it has been, little mistakes here and there, taking them out or setup related stuff, and now it seems like he's kind of getting things together and starting to make some headway.
Yeah, and I mean, like he's got an E36. Those things are fast.
Best car.
Best car. Good car there.
Got Amanda. I think that's pretty respectable in 11th. Especially with
kind of disappointing of a year for her, to be honest.
You think?
2 top 32 exits, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I expect her to be. She's been doing this a while. I'd expect her to be in pro by now.
Yeah, I'm curious though, because there's always limits on talent and stuff. So I just don't know if it's there. But
I think the talent's there. It's just small things, and she wears a lot of hats in that team too. She's manager, yelling at people, like she's doing a lot. So I do feel like if she focused more on her driving, just like if next year she's like, look, we're gonna hire a manager, or do all this, I'll like oversee things, but have a manager, and then I just focus on my driving and my driving only. I think absolute weapon, 110%. It's just silly mistakes. St. Louis broke a control arm because she tapped the wall into 4. Atlanta just wasn't there at all with the driving. So, it's just dial her in.
Absolutely. And then we get to some guys that have been around: Adam Napick, Alex Yeager, even like you got Human up here. Are these guys gonna break through? Is your boy gonna put it together one of these years, or is he getting taxing?
It's not taxing. It's just the dude. That's not an excuse, but like. I don't mean to talk shit, but dude's got a lot going on. Got a family, got a house, got things that he's trying to do business-wise. Like,
how much does he drive outside FD?
All he drove this year was fucking FD, and he doesn't have a sim, which was like very disappointing. He drove Pro down and FD. That's it. That's all he drove, which is so disappointing. I feel like Alex has been there at the top for a long time. Like since when he first joined in, it was a 5th, a 6th, and 11th.
Yeah.
And then last year he got 21st, and then this year back into like
13th.
The 13th, tied for 11th. I'm like, okay. Next year, like at this point, in my opinion, like my whole philosophy with ProSpec, I mean really deep into this because I'm very passionate, because I'm good friends with Alex and I care a lot. But ProSpec, there's a level with it. There's a level to it where at a point you plateau, and when you plateau, you start to just like dig yourself a hole, whether it be driving wise, whether it be mentally.
Yep.
And it's like 1-2 more, and you better be in pro because you got the team, you got the resources for next year that are coming in. It's like it's time. Like it's time to do the thing and do it well, or else what's the point, That's my opinion. And that goes for like every
if people
ProSpec
want to just
driver.
drive ProSpec, then that's cool too. Like if you're coming in this series, you're a solid driver, Maybe you just don't have.
But
even if you did win, you just wouldn't. There's no way you'd have a budget to get to pro.
I mean,
like I get
some
it.
people do
but,
that.
like,
I feel like
I
that's
guess
going
it
to be a
depends on the
Buchanan.
person, too.
I don't know if Buchanan's going to go up to pro next year because it seems like he's a very budget oriented
Correct.
team.
Yes.
But like when your intent to go into I'm saying from like people I know's perspective, when your intent to get into ProSpec is to go to pro and you have the backing, you have the team, you have the resources behind you to push you forward to the next level, like grab it by the throat and fucking do it.
Yeah.
And like it's just you gotta do it. You can't just keep twiddling your thumbs waiting around because what's the point, you know? That's also me being very competitive as well.
Right.
I'm a very competitive person, so
yeah. I mean,
I like winning. Good.
I mean, you make a good point, and you kind of get down the list here. I mean, there's a couple guys. Obviously, Human's been around for a minute. You got Bystrak, but Bystrak got a new car, so in his defense.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got Kelsey, who's been
season yet, I think.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think he should be pretty happy with the new car. I think there's
car's
some
a
things
monster.
to iron out.
It's good.
Yeah.
You got things to iron out.
Yeah, yeah. Casey Cole, who before this event had 3 points. So
Yep.
Yeah, he had a rough year.
Dude.
Yeah.
Finally though, he got some points, showed that he could drive still. And you know, hats off to him, but again, he's been doing this a long time. What's he want to do? Same with like Kelsey Rawlings. She's also been around for a long time. What does she want to keep doing? You know? Dustin Miles. Love you, buddy. How long you want to keep doing this? You know, like, so there's a good class of ProSpec people now that have kind of been there, you know, 5+ years when back when it was like Pro 2 and stuff. And so it's I'm always curious on like, okay, so what's the goal for you? Like what is the plan? Obviously it's obviously to win, but like, you know, what keeps you coming back kind of thing. So it'll be interesting. Like I'll definitely talk to some of these guys over the winter and stuff, and see where they're all at. Who is the biggest disappointment of the year for you though? Who's the guy that you thought, you know, could have been fighting up top there? And I know my guy. And it's Jack Davis for me. He's a guy that I feel like would be competing usually in those top 10. And homie's got 10 points on the season. And
for me,
but I was like,
Nick,
I was really surprised.
Nick, what's yours before I go? Because me and yours might be the same.
Yeah, I was hoping Hop would do better.
There we go. That was gonna be me too.
I think a lot of it though is just him overthinking.
Yeah.
Him overthinking and just setup not quite matching how he wanted to drive. I think threw a big monkey wrench into things.
I mean, and it kind of goes back to, are you trying to win practice or are you trying to be consistent? Is the mentality, I feel like, you know?
Yeah.
Like, when I see that car is a rocket ship, but boy, it does not look like it wants to drive where he wants it to go. Like, I feel like like we talked about this earlier in ProSpec, like you win in your lead almost all the time in ProSpec. And I just feel like he put himself in places to where he couldn't put down on a 100-point lead.
I think a big thing for him was not getting enough seat time in that car with all of the changes that they made.
Yeah.
Because his car used to be a lot lighter. They had to add weight to make weight for ProSpec. And then, you know, Chelsea throwing gnarly setups at it. And also not fully having a handle on how much more momentum and inertia that car is going to have with that added weight.
Yeah.
I think changes a lot. And, you know.
100%. Corey Talaska is actually a good example of this. Corey's like, I won practice through like 3 years. And I agree. Like I remember Corey doing great in practice, and then when he got to competition, it was like, you know, do something silly happens. You know, it was the mental side for Corey.
And to point out what Caleb said, Caleb in the chat, Hop's a victim of Denofa's crazy setups and coaching. Same with Turk. And I don't hate Denofa, and I think he's a nice guy, but like to an extent, I feel like he is very good at like pro car setups. I think he can
I don't
drive
know,
what he
dude.
sets up, but no one else
Turk's
can
car
drive it.
is. This is the worst I've ever seen Turk, and it's not even close.
That's what I'm saying. It's because of Denofa's setup. That's what I just said. I don't hate Denofa, but I do hate how it needs to be like that car always needs to be like just wick the fuck up, and whenever you get on the gas, it just pushes forward. It's like Denofa could drive like that because he's crazy, because he just hucks things into it, gets on the gas, and wants it to pull out of it. But like
I almost feel like
99% of people can't do that.
I almost feel like Chelsea wants every car he drives to drive like the 200 horsepower Miata he started in.
Yeah, I can see that.
I mean,
as well.
I don't know. Like, the setup worked for him, but you watch how drastically different his car drives versus Dean's in FD. It is a night and day difference between those two cars. And the thing with Denofa is he would put himself in scenarios where he had to go 10/10ths. And I feel like Dean puts himself in a scenario where he doesn't usually have to drive 10/10ths because of his leads and how good he is and how consistent the car is. You know, it's still fast. Like, you obviously drove against him, Nick. It's hard to stay with him. But, you know, I feel like it's not an insane car.
No, like with Chelsea's setups in those cars, those things you were pushing everything you had to get close to them.
Yeah.
And I think when James got his hands on the setup of that thing fully, I think they worried about making it easy to drive, and then once they got it easy to drive, then they're able to add that extra speed in.
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, it seems like the drivability of those has just gotten significantly better this year.
Yeah, Scott's a genius.
Which is scary because those cars are already good as it is, and the fact that now they've seemed to have figured out some reliabilities. At least with Dean's car, it's been super reliable. Even Ben, I think he's had one event where the car knocked him out. Might have been two this year. The rest of it's kind of been him. Another guy that we're definitely going to talk about at the end of the year. That would be a fun topic, you know. Should Ben be worried about his job? But I don't think so personally. I think there's a lot more to that partnership than just FD with that. But yeah, so obviously ProSpec was a fantastic show. Congrats to these guys, you know, getting on the podium. Obviously, congrats to Colin for getting second. No offense, Colin, but dude, I thought a 12-year-old came out of the car when I saw you. I was like, brother, get some meat on your bones.
That's
or
crazy.
something.
Well, also the size difference with Cody too, because Cody's a big boy. Cody's tall.
For their photo, he literally jumped on his hood of his car so he could be the same height as them. I mean, granted, he's lightweight. I get it. You know, it's be your advantage. But, brother, eat something. Do something, man. For ProSpec, let's just check out some of the just defining runs of the weekend real quick. I don't want to spend too much more time on talking ProSpec because so much also happened at FD. And you're welcome, Brandon. I do have premium now, so we don't have commercials.
There we go.
So I'm at 32. So let's check out the battle. Well, actually, let's talk about FD doing FD things. And go to the next battle after this one. This battle.
Oh, yes. This was crazy.
And why is it always Shelly? Like, I love you, Shelly, honestly. But why is it always you? Like, I don't know what her curse she has following her around. Because it's not her fault. Again, not her fault. But, like, it's never a normal run. For those of you that don't know, and I don't know if you... Yeah, you can kind of see it go underneath the car. Throws Shelly off course. Throws Amanda off course. Amanda's car goes flying through the air. Destroys the whole back left of that car. Everything's broken in there. You can see it's
axle control arms. I think they got the trailing arm.
Yeah, everything back there was broken. But as they'll show in the replay, one of the bottoms of the clipping point was literally on the racing line.
No, I think it was a piece of Nate Chen's quarter panel.
Oh, really? I was told it was the bottom of a clipping point.
That's what I heard. That was confirmed from Chris Yule, Mr.
Yes,
Chris
Yule. I believe the bottom of the clipping point was moved over there from the previous battle.
Yeah, from when Hop ran him over.
Yeah, and obviously hit the front tire of Shelly's car, threw her off track, and then Amanda followed. But it was like, it is just the goofiest thing ever. And then what FD did, I think, was the right move. They gave them ample time to fix the cars.
Yep.
And then they just reran the battle from scratch. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of what you have to do, because this is
the
on
right
FD.
thing to do.
You know,
just like in Pro and Jersey, where the medical chick was on track.
Yeah.
Yeah, and in our drivers meeting on Saturday, they explained how that got missed too. Basically, their guys went down to put the turnaround cone because it wasn't there for the first battle.
Yeah.
And then when they were coming counter course, because it's black and the asphalt's black.
Yep.
They didn't see it, and they're worried about getting the course set up and getting out of the way.
Yep.
So
it's unfortunate. Honestly,
I think they did make the right move though, with just completely rerunning everything and giving them enough time to fix it.
Right. Exactly. So I'm glad that there was a resolution. Amanda ended up winning the next battle. But again, I just want to give a quick shout to Shelly for, I don't know what people's opinions of her were coming into this. I had never seen her drive, but I was like skeptical. I was like, okay. And she turned out to be great. I thought lead runs were her strong suit for sure. But I mean, I thought she was very impressive for a rookie season. And I think she'll be a really good competitor in the years to come, honestly. Also, I know she's going through a lot of things behind the scenes too this year. So I'm glad she's still driving.
Yeah, watching when she first came out in practice in Atlanta, there were a couple times where I was just like, oh, she's going in hot. Okay, cool. And like she pulled off some really sick entries, and I was just like, okay, cool. Yeah, she's good.
Exactly. So definitely probably, I mean, there was no mistake in her coming here. I'll say that. All right, next battle I wanted to check out was the Cole one. And we looked at this battle for forever. I don't remember. Is it earlier or later?
For which battle? The Cole one?
Cole is top right of right side.
Keep going. Nope.
There it
right
is.
There.
Yeah, and I mean, to be honest, it's a bummer that he debeads, and it kind of ends the run that way. But this is just the risk you run. And obviously full marks to Cam for pushing him. Like, not physically pushing him, but like being on his door. Like, he put on a heck of a chase to maybe, I don't know if it'll make him do it, but
I think it's kind of a good thing, hindsight, for at least for both of their cars.
Yeah.
That Cole debeated, because Cole would have been pushing really hard in that second lap.
Oh, I know, dude. I would have pushed him off the track probably. It is crazy how close Cole is right there, and he doesn't push him. And they looked at every camera angle, man. And it was crazy because the drone would go over top the car, and then as soon as the drone got too far to the right, that's when Cam gets really close, and you're like, we have no proof that you were hit. And then they looked at the side of the car. There was no proof of being hit. So it was kind of a perfect scenario, but I mean, full marks to Cam for putting in a solid run. And honestly, it's not the cleanest run from Cole, or Cole, sorry. That third zone was pretty solid, but yeah, like, it's just push that little too hard, and that was the championship for him.
Yeah, I know Cole was talking a lot about thinking that Cam actually did touch him.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what he felt was he was on that rumble strip in the beginning of the zone, and then it just drops away, and you don't have any track there. And I think that little just drop off right about there is what he felt.
Yeah, and then he obviously Cam hits him when he comes off, but or at least it looked like it did. But no, I think I mean, and that's just how it goes, sometimes with drifting. But again, like I said, the big thing I noticed was just how much body roll was in that car compared to the previous rounds, and how much it looked a lot harder to drive, in my opinion. But that's my uneducated, just an observation.
Yeah, I know Cole likes a lot of grip.
Oh, I know he does.
Sometimes, yeah, I've been trying to be like, hey,
I mean, the car
you're a really good driver. You don't need all that.
But saw Curtis in the chat. What's up, buddy? Alrighty. Curtis is probably talking shit because that's what he likes to do. Is there any other 32 battles you guys wanted to check out? I think that was the big one that got or like the competitor lost. Oh yeah, 3-1. There was 3 battles between these guys, Stuart and Ryan. I do want to give a shout out to Ryan for making an RX-7 competitive again.
True.
Like, dude put on solid lead runs, solid chases. It was always like one little mistake from each of them. Like, honestly, like their battles were great and like really good for a 32. So we'll just play this one. This might be the one where he actually like dropped a tire. I was trying to find that side by side. But like, he made the car competitive. I think in earlier rounds it might have been a little slower than most people. I mean, you can tell me, Brandon, you're the one kind of checking that out. But it seemed to keep up just fine out there.
Yeah. Everyone was pretty similar within like
Speed.
4/10 of each other. Yeah, there wasn't anyone who was like super slow or super fast. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so I think that was the only championship inclinations with that one. So let's go ahead and move to the 16. Trying to keep an eye on time too. We gotta move through this relatively quickly. Alright, first battle that was implications was the Chen one and the Dimitri one. So here's the Chen one.
Chen and a Chen, as they say.
Versus Amanda. And, at this point, Chen and Dimitri probably got to be feeling pretty good, obviously. Especially Chen, because he's like, I'm pretty much guaranteed. I just gotta win like 1 or 2 more battles, and you're golden, basically, right?
Yep.
Doesn't put it away.
Lock in and not suck.
Yeah.
And
and the thing is he's going against Amanda, who is going to be, I feel like what she has improved on is her consistency in the lead.
Yeah.
This year, I think that's always been one of the things where it might have not been always perfect, but I think this year it's been pretty solid lead-wise.
I agree. Yeah. Nick, what did you think of the bubble, the initiation bubble?
At first I was like, this is gonna kind of be weird, and then after driving it I was like, oh, I kind of like this, because every driver is pretty much going to be positioned the same on entry within a couple of feet.
Yeah. Oh, and we're going to talk about the bubble later, don't worry. I may or may have not seen photographic evidence that would have changed the championship had people seen it. But yeah, that's for later in the show.
All right.
But also, that was a retarded ass rule. So we'll also say that as well.
I thought it was.
I wish
If
they would have been.
If you're that scared of a line, then put a fucking wall there.
I wish they would have used that clarification for the rumble strip on entry in Long Beach, because I would have not even attempted to go anywhere near it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It seems like they were very upfront with this clarification. If you touch it, it's a 0.
Well, they did say at least in our drivers meeting, they said treat it like a wall.
Yeah.
They're like, bumper overhanging it is one thing, but if you even get a tire on the line, it's a 0.
Yeah. Yeah. They also said that in the ProSpec one.
Does Chen get it one more time out of this, or did he lose the first one? I can't even remember.
I don't know. I think
No, it
I think
was
Chen
just straight up Amanda.
just straight up
split
lost,
decision.
yeah.
But you can't be that upset. He still got his pro license, so.
Yep.
It's just crazy that you're like, okay, figures, he's a ProSpec driver. All right, so now it's up to the pro driver to show him all how it's done, right? And then this happens, where, I mean, honestly, I don't feel like it's that often that you see Dimitri make a mistake like this. Like, even the lead was not great, like awful. You missed outer 2.
Missed outer 3.
Yeah, missed outer 2, got into the beginning of 3 and just drove right out of it.
Yeah. So there had to be something like breaking on the car. Like,
I talked to him and he was just saying the track was just that much different.
Wow. Yeah. No, it's just honestly just one of those really surprising runs where I don't think I've seen too many like bad runs from Dimitri. Like ever.
St.
Which
Louis
is why he's
is a
always
pretty
done
bad
well
one.
in ProSpec,
Yeah.
Like from a lead, he may like obviously, use other pedals at inopportune times, but
has a very heavy left foot. Say that.
But he's usually online, is what I'm saying, and hitting the zones. So
the other thing too is he never has a bunch of movement in the rear of that car.
Yeah,
it's almost weird.
No, I mean he's figured out how to set up the car for him and how he. Corey says he gripped up his car based on his interview. That's fine.
Based on his interview.
So, Corey, you lost him the championship, is what it sounds like.
Yep. What it sounds like. Sorry, dude.
Yeah. Alright, we gonna send these guys? Come on now. Okay, we'll just watch the replay. I'm just trying to remember exactly everything that happens here. I mean, that's a pretty deep initiation from Colin. Probably could have called him on that. Again, he leaves early too, but he feels it a little bit better. Drops a tire, and then.
Yeah, and then Dimitri's kind of impeding there a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, Colin definitely has some mistakes, but I obviously.
Yeah,
Dimitri
missed one.
Has the bigger ones than
got 2.
He doesn't completely miss a zone like Dimitri does. It's just and that's how it goes. And I thought, like I said, he'd be the guy that shows everyone what consistency is, and Colin actually is the more consistent one. Hence my point earlier. Yeah. So he loses, or no, this is one more time. Interesting. Oh, no, he does go off, doesn't he? On the second battle. Because I probably would have given that to Colin. That first battle. Come on. That's right. This is where he goes off. Okay. I was like, I thought he went off. Yeah. And so, Nick, tell me about this last outer zone, because we saw a lot of people go off. even in the finals and stuff. So what is it about the last part of the zone that is so tricky to like estimate?
So if you look, so it's a slightly decreasing radius turn, but then also the zone itself is smaller than all of the rest. So I think a lot of people are just trying to make sure that they stay on the edge of the track to stay in the zone.
Interesting, because Cody said something about that in his interview too, to where he had to adjust his sight for that final zone because it was so small.
Yeah,
because he's like, he felt like he was out of the zone, but based on what you were saying, like it's smaller, that he actually had to adjust what he was looking at to get so that he didn't drop tires.
Yeah, especially when you compare Zone 3 to Zone 4. Zone 4 is a couple feet smaller.
Okay.
So Zone 4 is about the same depth as Zone 2. Yeah. So realistically, you can only get one tire in it, and the other, at best, is going to be on the line.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much the same for Zone 4.
Gotcha. But, yeah. All right, so you got Colin taking out Dimitri. So the long story short, you got Corey moving on, Cody moving on, and then it all comes down to this. For all the marbles, two guys that probably didn't have too much a high hope for any championship implications, but now they're battling for it. And I just love this. I love how it all comes down to this one battle. And it's almost the finals. It's like top 4. So it's about as close as you can get to the finals. And I know we'll have Corey on and we'll talk about. I just want to know mentally what he was thinking about through here, because it's not too often you have an entire season come down to one battle, I feel like.
Yeah.
And obviously you see him hit, and what Corey says is he uses him to stop the car because he can't stop or slow down the car very well himself because he doesn't have a handbrake. So on Outer 3, he actually uses Cody to stop him. Perks of not having a handbrake. And also apparently there was vibrations going all over the place on the car. But what I liked too is that even though there are all those issues and stuff, I thought that he made it super competitive. I thought it was a really competitive battle. I mean, you can tell something was off with Corey's car, but like still was extremely competitive. I thought it was a pretty, at least from the outside. I haven't actually seen this version yet. So hopefully we get to the lead run here. Yeah. I haven't seen this version yet. From my eye, when I was down there, it looked like it was a pretty competitive battle.
Oh, yeah, you can tell on entry something wasn't right.
Yeah. Hold up, something ain't right. Yeah, that transition's super slow. I mean, he's in the zone. That's the cool part. Is like he's still making it work. The transitions are just super slow, which is what you have to do. Which, I mean, Cody's not keeping up, to be honest, but it's also a lack of angle and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. He said, she said, you know.
Right, exactly.
Whatever.
Yeah, so Corey said handbrake was at like 15%. I did somewhat get it to work if I loaded up the foot brake. Yeah.
That does suck, though.
I know. You can see the transition where he's like, because that's like where you slow down, right? And that's where you would use the handbrake. So it goes straight for a little bit. Yeah, I didn't see that on the run. So, yeah, it is pretty obvious that at this point Cody wins because of that stepped transition. But, no, that's cool, man. And the one thing that I did not like, and I wish FD did, was instead of announcing the winner up at the freaking entrance or like where they launch you guys, why did they not just bring you guys down to the crowd? Like, everything was riding on this battle. Just send you guys down in front of everyone and announce it in front of everyone, you know? Like, that would have been... I thought that would have been cool. Because right now where you guys are, there is nobody. For example, when James Dean won the championship, nobody was there. I mean, we were all at his pit, getting shots of like the pit and stuff, because that's seemed to because I had to go cover him, so that was what's made sense for that. But yeah, that was the only bummer thing about this, is I wish they brought you guys down to where they announced the winners, and it just would have been kind of a cooler thing. You guys could have tried to do some donuts, although I don't know if Corey's car would have done donuts. But yeah, no, I that's funny. No.
Yeah, that drive shaft becoming a Twizzler is funny. Like it.
Oh yeah, they do show just a little bit. Some of the team players.
It does suck that they did get announced up there.
Right?
I wish they did bring it down. That would have been more exciting.
Max is so small, Corey. Oh man. Yeah. Oh, I want to know what Cody said to him there. I'll have to ask him. I know Cody's gonna come on too at some point. I already talked to him about it. But yeah, I mean, it's cool. I'm happy for him. You know, like, he's a guy that you can root for. He's easy to root for. Like, I feel like
it's true.
Cody would never hurt a fly. I don't know. People can tell me about his driving. I'm curious. Corey, is Cody like super nice at when you drive against him too? Or is he kind of a bully? Actually, I know the answer to this. We'll see what Corey says about Cody's driving and how many marks are on his car because of him. But yeah, super cool to see. Did at the ProSpec banquet, did Lorette, did Lorette say she's done after this year?
No. I thought she was. She just was emotional about this year being her 10th year.
Okay, I was confused.
I thought she's gonna be like, I'm done.
After.
I'm like, what?
Yeah, I came into the room late, and they were talking about Lorette, and I was like, wait, is she done? I'm like,
that's what I thought. Like, that's what it felt like, but no. It's just, she was emotional. It was her 10th year. Got it.
So, Corey, thank you, Corey. So, Cody said, pussy ass bitch, you suck. He also says Cody is perfect in every way. Almost every single mark on my car is Dimitri or Cody.
Oh yeah, she's done for the season, so she's not going to be in Long Beach too.
Okay, done for the season. Gotcha. Cerise will probably be at Long Beach. Yeah, it makes sense. They've used her a couple times this year. But yeah, so there's your champion in ProSpec. Time to move on to a perfectly normal pro round that nothing really interesting happened.
Nothing happened. No.
So
nothing.
Break it down. Coming into this round, it was actually okay tight-ish race between Osbo and Dean. The cool part was everyone was like, "Oh, they're gonna meet in 16, and it's gonna be an epic battle, and we're gonna see some crazy like pushing and like it's gonna be nuts." And then Nick comes along and ruins it.
No, dude, not today.
Not today. I know. It was just, honestly, is that not your best chase run you've ever done in your life?
It's up there for sure, yeah.
Like, because it was the best chase run of the day. I don't even know if it was close. Like there were some good chase runs, but like.
Yeah, no, definitely going into the entry, I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna hit him, and didn't. And then going into 3, like maybe a third of the way through 3, I was like, oh, okay, we're good. And then in 3, I'm just like, all right, don't scrub the transition, come on. And then, because there's so many times on a Seto where going from 3 to 4, you just want to get greedy on the transition and it bites you.
Yeah, if you transition too early, you're in no man's land.
Yeah, and then if you do it too late, you either get hit or you go off track.
Yeah. Let's find it here. I feel like it was sooner than this. Were you top right or left?
Top right.
Yeah.
Top right.
Second battle, top right.
After Jimmy Dean.
Jimmy
Dean.
Shout out to Andy. Gave actually a really competitive battle to Dean. I thought Andy had some good driving this weekend.
Oh, it's right there.
Yeah, I know.
There.
I'm getting to it.
Come on, dude. Come on.
So much have these time stamped. All right. So, you were leading first?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Osbo's had a rough couple rounds. But, yeah, honestly, fantastic lead. Osbo probably... I think Osbo thought he had a perfectly... Like, I'm pretty sure he was pretty confident that this run would be good enough. Like, he did say he had to cut some line and obviously to catch up to you and stuff. Probably underestimated your speed, but I feel like he would have thought, okay, that was a pretty solid chase. Probably good enough, right? And I don't know if you talked to him after the battle or anything, but it was
not in like detail or anything crazy.
Yeah. But he did say, I mean, I think he had an interview or two, and he said he was a bit surprised by your speed, but obviously said he wasn't surprised by how you're chasing because he's seen you drive a couple times, and like this the thing is like, how can you do this now every run? You know, like that. I'm sure that's like the goal for you. Like, how do you do this every run?
Yeah, I mean, after my chase with Frederick, it was almost embarrassing to have those runs with James. But people were like, "Oh no, they were good. They were good." I was just like, "Yeah, but I don't know. I'm my own worst critic." So
right, exactly. All right,
which is good.
So you enter on his door, right? You're a little inside, which I was curious about. Like, did you feel like you were kind of trapped there? Or did you just kind of make it work? And
well, he missed one.
He missed outer one, which kind of helped you. I feel like.
Well, he got outer one. He missed the inside clip.
Sorry, yeah, he missed the inside clip. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and then once I knew I got the transition from 3 to 4.
You were pushing him after the line.
You were pushing him after the line, riding his bumper the whole way.
I'm gonna be honest. I was so close and so focused on just being there, I did not see the finish line. So I was just going until he stopped drifting.
That's funny. Yeah, you initiated way inside, not way inside, but definitely inside. But I think him missing one helped you a ton.
Yeah.
Or inner clip one, yeah. But like, yeah, dude, you're there. Clearly, your car's a bit faster than his.
Get the tires, man. Get the tires.
Well, you're both on.
He's also on Canada tires.
E46.
E46.
Maybe a little combination, you know.
Yeah.
MCS shocks. That's the difference.
That's the good stuff right there.
You're even deeper than him in a lot of the zone, which is cool. Man, that's so neat. Like, and the drone just captures it so good. It's right there, and it's one of those battles where, I mean, it kind of reminds me a little bit of the Castro. Who did he do that to? Was it James Dean?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Castro James Dean battle from a few years ago. But yeah, I mean, if there was a battle that was going to take out Osbo, like, this is what you had to do. Because FD's entire interest was to have him get through so that they have that big epic battle or whatever. And obviously, I think the last thing they wanted was for the championship to end in Utah.
Yeah, and then going on later to this, I was trying to take out James too, because
yeah, obviously,
as a fan myself, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm like nowhere in the championship this year, but
right, but like,
even I would want to see like a 4-way battle in Long Beach,
right,
rather than
yeah.
But yeah, we tried.
It's such a good run though. I mean, everyone. I mean, I was with James Dean's team at the time, and they were hyped. Like it was sick. And
I mean, it's also Osbo, so you can trust anything that he does.
Right.
And
like
then also
the back of his car just doesn't move, and it's so cool. Like
yeah, and then it helps too that after me pushing him on entry in Atlanta, I know exactly the distance between the front of my car to the rear of his. But yeah, I mean, we also battled in Utah last year, and then battled 2 other times this year. And spoiler alert, we have him again in Long Beach. So.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Gotta love seating, boys.
Yeah.
God bless America.
Yeah, seating's not broken. Not at all.
I've also heard that is not coming back next year.
Thank God.
At least some form of it. I mean,
oh my God! Why can't we just do 2 qualifying runs? They can do it fast.
Well, so we had the town hall meeting in Seattle. And Ryan was going through his whole thing, and then basically Kevin took a vote. He was like, "All right, who wants seating? No hands up. All right, who wants qualifying? Everyone's hands up." Then he asked about a bunch of different types of qualifying, and he was like, "All right, who wants 1 run? And then who wants 1 run, and then top 8 do a thing for points." And then the major consensus of the 1 run plus whatever was basically going back to the knockout qualifying for bottom 8 drivers do a 2nd run. But then there were a bunch of people in the room who basically were just like, "All right, now ask who wants 2-run qualifying." And Kevin was just like, "Nope, I already know the answer to that."
Yeah. I think it should be like everyone gets 1, then top 8 do another for points. That would make
that's
more
one
sense.
of the things they were thinking about.
Not bottom 8, because I don't watch the bottom 8 because it's lame.
I would do bottom 8 because you don't want the top 8 to break their cars.
I think the best show would be to do 2-run, because you'll be able to do 1 run where you'd safe, you're in, and then 1 run where you just let it hang out.
Right.
Yeah.
It's also the safest form of qualifying too.
Yeah, and also with how efficient Chris has been at running the show, and how good everyone has been, and everyone being on time. And then also I feel like if you made it to where you don't have 5-minute calls in qualifying, then there's no reason why you couldn't do with our field of 33, 34 max to run qualifying in less than 3 hours.
No, that's true. Yeah. I did want to point out a judge did do 1 more time in your battle. I was like, really? Come on, man. Come on.
It was because I know why. It was because I dipped a tire on the rumble on the outside one on entry.
Okay. Gotcha.
So they saw that, because I remember listening to the review when Reese was talking about it, and he was like, lead to lead, they're basically the same. Osbo missed inside 1, Novak dropped on outside 1, and then they gave it to me because I was just that much closer in the chase.
Right. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Real question: what's with Turk, man? Is it really just set up this year, or is there something else going on? He gets the win here, but he just doesn't look like himself out there in driving that car.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just
setup, my opinion.
Yeah, it's just
all about setup.
It's not. He used to be super consistent, super solid, but it just looks like he's been fighting the car this year. And every run I've seen, and there's usually at least something kind of missed.
Yeah.
Granted, he gets punted pretty good here, but
does. And in 16, he kind of
throws away. But yeah, he misses a lot of this zone. Like, he's not even in it. You know.
I don't know.
So it's I don't know. I'm just asking because honestly, Turk has still been getting some wins here and there, but like, I don't think his driving has been, even worth some of those points.
It's not like he's been doing bad. He's just not been doing as good as he did before.
Right, but even like just driving wise, I feel like he's just been better.
Yeah, changing to the B58, I do think kind of hindered things because it is a very different driving experience, you could say, just because of weight distribution, and people say they weigh the same, whatever, but you have 2 extra cylinders in front of you and more weight in the front.
I was hearing that it was actually lighter than the.
Still doesn't matter. It could be lighter, but if you distribute the weight different, would it not feel different?
If you lose weight in the front, it's going to be more rear bias.
Yeah, but even if it's lighter than the 2AR, you have a longer block, which I assume. I haven't looked at that motor in that car, to be honest, but
they did have
if it's a longer,
they had to move mess with the firewall to get it in.
Well, that's illegal. You're going to jail. But if you can, if you got a longer block, all I'm saying is if you got a longer block and some of it is hanging over the front axle compared to the 4-cylinder, it's going to feel a lot different. Yeah. Even if it's lighter, because of
it'll change the inertia distribution.
And inertia.
I feel like they said they had to do something to like get it in there so it would fit.
Illegal.
Somehow legally. I don't
Kevin,
know.
check these guys. What are we doing? A
little late at this point.
Well, they can still do it.
Do you think if Jack, for example, do you think Jack Shanahan, if he comes back here in the same car, do you think that would be... Oh, okay, so here's the question. Connor Shanahan drove... what did he drive last year? Was it...
E36 with a V8.
Yeah, it was the E36. So do you think if Jack comes back with this car, do you think would do a lot better? Because Connor did a lot better in that car than he's doing in his FRS.
Yeah, because he can't figure out how to put grip in the FRS. So it's just a struggle. If they both built BMWs and they came here, like E36, E46, I think Jack has a pretty good handle over the E82.
Yeah.
Even like keep that one, build another one, dude. Monsters, I tell you.
Yeah, it's just interesting.
I know. I heard Connor half joking, but I don't know how serious he was, saying he's like, man, I should just build a BMW.
You should. I think so.
I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it,
Well, and like I've been saying all this show, E36 best car.
True.
It's for true. I think the downside of the E36 is just keeping them from twisting, right?
They twist a lot less than an E46.
Really?
And they drive better.
Interesting. I personally think they look better too. But
yeah.
The only downside is they're 30 years old now.
Yeah, I was gonna say that they're kind of old.
Yeah, especially if you're trying to build a pro car from scratch, trying to find one that's in pristine condition. It's either going to be hard to find for a budget or expensive.
I don't know. I've been seeing a lot of clean ass E36s on Facebook Marketplace these days.
They're not going to see
a lot of 2 doors, a lot of 4 doors.
But do they have mushroom strut towers or not?
I can't tell you that. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a big thing. I mean, it's easy enough to fix, but it's one of those, once they mushroom, you gotta hammer it back into place and reinforce it.
Sounds fun. Sounds like a grand old time.
Yeah. How do you think Masayama did this track?
Pretty good. Don't think he did terrible.
Yeah.
This is in the S15, he never did great here. So getting in the 16, I think, is a win.
I want to rewatch the Federico Masayama battle because Fede was talking to me, and the only part of that battle I really did see was Masayama dropping a whole tire on outside 4, the entire zone.
We can check it. Because
I think it's towards the beginning. Okay. No.
Right. Yeah, because Masayama, I feel like this is not a track that he would excel at. Personally, just based on his driving style, but I thought he did pretty good for what it was. Like, just a guy I've been impressed with.
Yeah, I agree. Hopefully he does Long Beach too.
Oh, he will. I'm pretty darn sure. But I think he's making a pretty good case for himself to come out next year.
Being inside there.
Yeah, I'm sure inside it's going to be all sponsor related.
Cameraman.
If that happens.
I'm so sad they took away the works.
Great 3.
And put some ugly black wheels on it.
Yeah, they got them Enkis on there. Oh, yep, okay, yep. Just drop the tire
honestly,
that whole zone.
Fetty's not really there in the chase, so
at all.
Yeah, he kind of gets gapped on 1 on entry.
I mean, to be fair, Matsuyama was pretty shallow there. It's this clip, very shallow. Not super shallow, but decently shallow there. Here, Fetty could have reeled her in. There we go. Now we're reeled in. Then could have reeled in again here, but no. It's driven away from.
And was, barely in the zone to a tire off the whole dirt line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So definitely not a perfect chase.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 tires off right there. That might have been a 0, actually. That might have been 3. I don't know if you guys saw that. Go back on the overhead. Watch the inside clip. I didn't realize this. If the edge of the track is the box, that's 3 tires off. So.
Yeah.
Huh.
So that's a pretty major mistake in the chase.
Yeah, I can see the judges, where they're like, it was a mistake for Masayama, but because he wasn't there in the chase, so it's not as dramatic.
Right.
Or as impactful.
And it's 1 tire, too. It's not 2 that we just saw.
Yeah.
Fetty go off on. And it's not like Masayama didn't give him a lane and go way inside on inner 1. There was space for him to be there.
Yeah, true. True.